Hi everybody, I'm Bonnie Barker with Bonnie Babe Crochet, and today I'm going to show you how to make the arrow stitch. After I show you how to work that stitch, I will also show you how to reverse it and give a very interesting option for your designs, very highly texturized. This is also one of my favorites. Now I am working in a small swatch today. This is a multiple of 4 plus 2, and for my starting chain I added one more for the single crochet. So let's go ahead and chain 2, and I'm going to work a double crochet at the beginning of this row, and I'll work one in the end as well, just to kind of frame the stitch. The actual stitch, however, like I said, is a multiple of 4. So now we're going to begin by preparing our hook for a treble crochet. We're going to skip the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. We're going to work a treble crochet working through both loops. All of these stitches are worked through both loops of the previous row, and what I mean by that is that little V that you see there, just stick the hook under both of those loops. Okay, now after working this treble crochet, we're going to work behind this stitch, and we're going to work double crochets in the 3 stitches that we skipped. So we're going to wrap the hook for our double crochet, and then you see the 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, where we are going to work. Let's do the first one. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and 3 double crochets, and it is as simple as that. Now we are going to repeat this across the row. For each multiple of 4, you will be able to make an arrow. So now we're going to do this again. Skip 1, 2, 3 stitches, treble crochet in that next stitch, working behind that treble, and if you want you can even hold it down with your thumb if you feel like you need to do that, and go ahead and work double crochets in each of those skipped stitches. I'll do this one more time, and we're going to skip the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, treble crochet in that next stitch, working behind that treble crochet. We are going to double crochet in each of the 3 stitches that we skipped. Okay, let's pause and take a look. So this is 1/2 of the arrow. So I'm going to go ahead and finish out this row, and then I'll show you how to do row 2 of the arrow stitch. To finish out the first row of the arrow stitch, I'm going to work a double crochet in the last stitch. That way it just kind of frames this row. So let me show you. This is a row with 6, or it's a multiple of 24, so that'd be 24 plus 2, making that 26 stitches across for what you see here. Okay, now we're going to turn with the back side facing us, chain 2. I'm going to go ahead and work a double crochet in that first kind of ending stitch, or the stitches that frame this arrow stitch, and we're going to skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. Those are those 3 double crochets, and we're going to treble in the next stitch. And this treble crochet is worked in the treble crochet from the previous row. Now working in front of that treble crochet, we're going to double crochet in each of the 3 stitches that were just skipped. 1, 2, and 3. And that is as simple as that. Let's go ahead and do the next 2 stitches, or the next 2 arrows. 1, 2, 3, skip those 3 stitches, treble crochet in that next stitch, which is also the treble crochet of the previous row. Now if it's not, then you've miscounted somehow, and you might want to take out the stitch and try again. Now we work in front of that treble crochet. Working in front of this, we're going to double crochet in each of the 3 stitches that we just skipped. Let's do one more. Skip 3 stitches, treble crochet in that next stitch, which is also a treble crochet, working in front of that treble crochet, double crochet in the 3 stitches that were just skipped. That's the second stitch and the 3rd stitch. Let's go ahead and take a look. This is what it looks like from the back. Not real exciting, but from the front it looks very nice. This is one of my favorite stitches. It just adds a lot of interest to crochet projects, especially when combined with cabling and other texturized stitches, which you'll find in abundance on my channel. Okay, now let me point out one thing that I get a lot of questions on. People often say, but the treble crochet has such a big hole. How do I get rid of that hole? And my answer is you don't. That's part of the beauty of the stitch. And as you see, there are holes here, here. So all that to say, it's okay if the treble crochet has a little bit more space in it. That's just by design. Let me go ahead and finish this row, and then I'll show you what you can do as another option. Before I finish this row, let me show you the last stitch. We just work a double crochet in that last stitch of the row. And let's take another look at the completed row of arrows. Okay, now I'm going to show you a reverse arrow stitch, but before I do that, I need to do one thing. I need to crochet a row of single crochet, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So after having worked that additional row of single crochets, that brings us to the back side facing, and now I want to show you how you can work the reverse arrow, which will send the arrows going the opposite direction of what you see here, and this can make an interesting motif. So let's go ahead and work that double crochet at the beginning of the row, and we're going to skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to work that treble crochet in the next stitch. We're basically working row 2 of the arrow stitch, and then we'll work row 1, but it gives a very different result. Okay, so we're going to work a double crochet in each of the 3 skipped stitches, just the way we did for the regular arrow stitch. I'll do this for you one more time, and then I'll work across the row. Skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, treble crochet in the next stitch, and then work double crochets in those 3 stitches that were just skipped. I'm going to go ahead and work this across, but let me show you how it changes this. So the arrow is going to look like this, which is the opposite of this one. I'll go ahead and finish the row and show you the last stitch. The end of this version of the arrow ends the same way with a double crochet at the end of the row. So now let's turn and see what we have. Now we're going to work row 2 of the reverse arrow with a chain 2 and double crochet in that very first stitch. Now this is where it's a little different. We're going to skip the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to work that treble crochet. And with the second row, this is why it's different, because we're working row 1 of the regular arrow at this point. So we're going to double crochet in each of those 3 stitches, working behind that treble crochet. And that's the 3rd stitch. Let's go ahead and do that again. Skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, treble crochet in that 4th stitch, working behind that treble crochet. We're going to double crochet. That's the shorter stitch from the treble. So we're going to do that 3 times behind the treble crochet. Let's stop and take a look at what we have. So you can see the arrows are reversed. And it was quite simple to do. We just needed to work a single crochet in between these 2 sets of rows. I'll go ahead and finish, and I'll show you the result. The end of the row, we work a double crochet. So let's go ahead and take a look at the full rows of these 2 arrows. So we have the arrow stitch and the reverse arrow. I hope you enjoyed this stitch demonstration. If you did, please hit the thumbs up and please hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel already. I have many different designs available that utilize stitches like this. And I also have many publications available. Look in the video description right below and you will see some links should you be interested in taking the next step. God bless. Bye-bye.